What's going on, guys? So last night my branch meeting happened. All right, guys, my branch is the biggest branch in my state. It has about 1,600 members. Out of those members, about 1,200 are active. My branch is actually merging with one of the last biggest branches in my state. So by January, my branch will be close to the only branch left in our state. Okay, why is that important? Well, it's important because the livelihood of 1,200 carriers was voiced last night. Okay, my branch officially recommended yes to support the tentative agreement. So why is that important? Well, it's important for a couple of reasons. The most important reason is that the executive board, the executive council, has a certain limited amount of people. So let's just say it's 12 people on that board. Those 12 people effectively recommended that, it's in the best interest of 1,200 people in my branch at a local level to accept the agreement. But on a national level, this is happening throughout branches within our country. Okay, was this expected? 100%. The shit is falling downhill from our national president, from the national business agents offices, some of them, not in Region 3, of course, we know that. And then to the local presidents, to the local stewards, from the stewards is going to the rank and file, right? Now, there are those among us who understand why we should not accept this agreement, how it doesn't benefit us. And then there are those among us that will support it. Then there were those indecisive in between, and that's where this recommendation is powerful, right? Because if the recommendation would have been no, the people who were leaning either way would have felt like, all right, well, my branch knows what's best for me, so I'm going to vote no because they recommend it. Okay, and vice versa. If they recommend yes, well, my branch knows what's best for me. Well, does the branch really know what's best for you, or is the branch deciding what's best for membership at large? Okay, the answer to that question is yes. The branch is trying to effectively determine what's best for the branch at large and membership at large. At least that's what we would hope. So again, why did the executive council decide to recommend a yes vote? Well, guys, we know why. Okay, so we can classify it as fear-mongering if we want to be blatant. Okay, so the main reasons I've heard last night at the meeting was, okay, we don't want to go to arbitration. Okay, do we know what happened in arbitration the last time we went to arbitration? Well, the DOS award was binding to us. Okay, that's how CCAs were created. That's why we lost so much money as starting employees. Okay, guys, we got to remember that happened in a time where government positions throughout the country were being slashed. The wages of government employees throughout the country were being slashed. Two tables were being implemented left and right to every company that was hurting because of the state of the country. Okay, we were in a great recession. We were in the greatest financial demise this country has seen since the Great Depression. Okay, and those concessions, while they were not, accepted by the membership, they were understood because no one knew the state of our country. Okay, we're not in that environment today. Okay, so among the fear-mongering about what we don't know, what we can achieve in arbitration, I don't think that's a valid point. Okay, I think that through arbitration, yes, there's a chance that we may not get everything that we want, but there's a chance that we may get more than we receive in our tentative agreement. Okay, we've yet to receive a 100% quota. We still have a workforce that consists of CCAs. There's no protections against overtime. Okay, when you scare your membership into going to arbitration because of the what if, I'm not okay with that. Another reason why the vote yes was recommended was because of the new election. Okay, the new administration that is going to govern this country the next 4 years. Okay, quite frankly, they're scared of President Trump and his administration. They feel as if President Trump wants to gut the National Postal Service, okay, and indeed cut our jobs. All right, guys, our president had the opportunity to put us, our national president for our union had the opportunity to put us into arbitration over a year ago, under the Biden administration. So this is not a surprise that they waited this long, okay, to now say, well, because the new administration is coming, maybe we don't want to go to arbitration. From what I understand last night, the date for arbitration has already been set. Okay, if this contract gets voted down, we are going to arbitration in February. Okay, now it wasn't given freely, that information. That information was given as a threat. It was given that, well, if we vote it down, we have to wait till February, and then after February, we have to wait X amount of months for arbitration until you guys get your back pay. All right, do you want to wait for your back pay that long? You guys deserve that back pay now. You've been waiting so long for it. That's their argument. All right, in effect, the back pay shouldn't be the issue. What should be an issue is us getting paid adequate and fairly. Okay, overtime should be voluntary. Okay, there should be no more mandatory overtime, and if there is mandatory overtime, it should be at a double pay. Okay, if you're forced to work overtime when you don't want to, as being a representative, as being a member represented by a union, they should have to pay. All right, that's not what this union does. Okay, this union is saying it's all right if they force you to work 11 and a half hours. This union is no longer standing in support of 8-hour workday. We're no longer supporting a fair wage that you can live in this country off 8 hours. Guys, you have people from the National Business Agents Office saying that the young generation doesn't care about this job. He's saying that there's no mail. He's saying that the amount of volume that we have doesn't equate to the amount of money we're getting paid. All right, guys, these are the people that we're putting in the highest positions in our union, and they're not for us. Okay, they're not for us. All right, when you have councils and you have leaders agreeing to pennies on the dollar for the hard work that we put in every single day of our lives, that doesn't resonate with the majority of this union. Guys, this union is governed by consent. Okay, we the people choose our leaders. Okay, and when those leaders don't work for us, we put new leaders in positions that do. All right, guys, we're talking about 19% increases in health insurance for some people. For me personally, that's where my number comes out. We're going to be talking about increase in dues soon. A lot of people are going to be talking about the increases in dues. Oh, the dues went up. Oh, well, you know what? Of course they're going to go up because everyone else's salary around us is going up except ours. Then we're going to be talking about the cost of living. Okay, that's going to be a talk even through this administration. Okay, we're going to be talking about this even through our next national president. Okay, because the cost of living is going to continue to go up, but our cost of living won't. All right, guys, should we be afraid of arbitration? I don't know. Should we accept the tentative agreement? Maybe not. All right, but there are bigger things at stake here, and that's the status quo of our union. It's our leadership. Okay, voting yes to this tentative agreement is saying that, all right, Brian Renfro, we forgive you for disappearing for a couple months in the beginning of our negotiations. We forgive you for smearing the reputation of brothers and sisters who speak out against you. Okay, we are agreeing that our union is a union where you cannot offer a dissenting opinion. If you don't agree with the majority, your opinion is not needed. We're agreeing to a president and an administration in our union that doesn't agree with us having informational pickets, okay, throughout the country to voice our concerns because it's just noise, okay? And we are essentially agreeing with a union who doesn't understand, okay, the struggles of the members that it represents. Guys, this is the point in our history where we take our union back. And how do we do that? I keep saying it over and over again. It starts with us. It starts with me and you, the rank and file. It starts with us going back to meetings. It starts with us organizing. Okay, it starts with us becoming more active. It starts with us becoming more solidarity, standing in solidarity with one another. The rank and file outranks the leadership in this union. There are more of us than there are of them. And I'm not trying to be a person to separate. If you read through my words, I'm actually trying to find a way to unify us because it seems like our leadership wants us separate. Guys, this is not going to be an overnight matter, but remember, we got to take it day by day. There's no reason to be fearful of the unknown and the what if. We just got to focus on where we're at today and what we could do today to turn it into a better tomorrow. All right, guys, until next time I'll be here, you'll be there. Peace.